So I travel around to conventions in Texas just being available to people. I call myself an emotional support human at conventions. Basically, I grew up with a lot of anxiety. Like there was years where I'd basically hide in a closet. The world was just too much for me and I hated it. It was embarrassing. It was lonely. It was scary. And I didn't want to live that way. And so after years and years of dedication and hard work, like I'm here now, like at a convention all by myself, something I literally thought was impossible. And my goal is to be the person that I needed years ago for someone else. And if you're talking to me, I want you to feel seen and heard and loved and appreciated because I went so long not having that, not being able to enjoy the things that I wanted to enjoy, not being able to go out and experience the things that I knew I should be capable of. I just want people to be able to know that there's someone out there who will receive them. In whatever state they're in, whatever ability of conversation they're in, I will have them. I won't judge them. I won't make them feel weird because we're all learning to find our own voice. And even I'm still learning. And so, like, you've been just an absolute delight, like coming up and talking to me. And people like that, I want other people to be able to walk by and see us having a conversation and know, like, whoa, that looks fun. That doesn't look scary. And I've already had so many people come up to me and say I'm the first person that they've ever talked to at a convention. And that's been the biggest honor ever, just to be able to receive them. My best friend and I went to TwitchCon, which was so terrifying for me. And like he was like my safety blanket. Like I would want to go talk to people, and if I felt it went bad, like I knew I could rely on him to be like, it's okay. Like they didn't think anything of it. And so I met a couple creators that were like my heroes, like Doug. I love Doug. Ludwig, I love Ludwig. That's actually me picking up Ludwig. Yeah, me picking up Saikuno. And so I was just going around TwitchCon, and people around it seemed to really like it. Like the audience gave a good reaction, the creators I picked up gave a good reaction. And to me, it was just this moment of like, this silly little act of human interaction is meaning things to more than just me. Like, even though it is silly, and it might seem like just something so small, it started to symbolize something of a trust. Like I pick someone up and put them down, and then even the creators I would pick up would just open up to me and just start telling me all these stories and telling me all these things. And it's just been such an honor to be able to have these conversations, whether it's, someone giving me their life story or someone talking to me for 15 minutes about their Animaniacs collection. It's just, the more I do it, the more I realize that people are hungry for human interaction and actual conversation where you do feel seen and you do feel heard. And the more I do it, the more I realize that this little thing that I'm doing, it's not only like meaningful to me, but it's been so meaningful for so many people. I'm at almost 500 people I've picked up, and I'm not slowing down. It's just going to conventions and being available. Like that's it. Like I'm not trying to get rich. I have a job. I'm not trying to get famous. Like I don't need validation. I get that from my family, and I've built myself up now. I'm not trying to get in a relationship. I'm not trying to make friends. Like I'm just doing it because I feel called to do it. I know there's people out there that just need someone to receive them, and I feel this is one thing in life I've been good at, so I'm pursuing it. So I don't know if y'all know the content creator Fan. She is notorious for just saying the most, what's the word? Uncomfortable statements ever. So it was at TwitchCon, and I went and I was like, please, I always say, please feel free to say no. Like, I do not mind. Like, there's no obligation. I was like, can I pick you up? And so she stood back and she looked at me. She goes, yeah, touch me wherever you want. And she was like, whoa. And I was like, oh, no. And so then she goes, no. What I meant to say was, pick me up and do whatever you want with me. And I was like, for the love of God. And so we were just dying laughing. But she's just an angel. Like she's the sweetest person ever. Like she actually let me stand there and talk with her, picked her up, took a picture. I mean, I've had, like, even on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, like my favorite interactions have been with guests. There was someone at a convention a couple conventions ago that I saw them standing just alone crying. And I was like, that's a panic attack. I know what that is. That was me. And so I just walked over and I was like, are you okay? They said, I'm having a panic attack. And I was like, well, I will stand here with you for 15 minutes in silence if that's what you need to get through this. Because that's all I needed someone to do for me. And they were like, yes. And so I just stood there. I just stood there in silence with them until they decompressed and got over it. And, they gave me a big hug. cried a little, and they were good the rest of the day. And it's like moments like that where it's just, like I say, just being readily available. It's awesome. I've had it, like, experiences of just like the goofiest things to the most serious, heartbreaking, earth-shattering conversations, like on every end of the spectrum. It's been great. It's at Conpickupartist on Instagram. That's basically my only social media. That's all I really focus on. It's just been the most fun platform for me. I figure if social media isn't fun, then I don't want to do it. And so, like I said, like I'm not trying to get famous. I'm just trying to make a difference for one person. If I can do that, then I'll succeed at that social media.